Hi, I'm English teacher Kebab, and today I want to talk to you about how to pronounce the letter O in English. Sounds simple, but remember rule number one, English is a crazy language and it's going to apply here. So let's get started, shall we? So let's start with the short sound of O. And by the way, all vowels in English, and if you forgot what a vowel is, A, E, I, O, U, are the vowels. We're talking about the letter O today. All vowels have at least two sounds, pronunciations. O has more than two, but all vowels have at least two, a short sound and a long sound. And I'll talk a little bit more about that in just a minute, but let's start with the short sound of O. It's ah, ah, okay, like in hot and box and stop and not. There are lots, including the word lots. There are lots of words that have the sound, the short sound of O. Ah. Okay. The other, the second sound, which all vowels have, is the long sound. The long sound of all vowels, and this is letter O, the long sound of every vowel is it says its own name. And the name of this vowel is O. The long sound of O is O, as in go and home and open and no. There are many words that have the long sound of the letter O. Now, to help you with your confusion, most of the time, remember, rule number one, English is a crazy language. Most of the time, when there's an E at the end of a word and it has a consonant before the E and a vowel before the consonant, that E is silent, doesn't say anything. But what it does most of the time, not all the time, is it makes the vowel, in this case the O, the long sound. Let me give you some examples. So the word hop, H-O-P, has, if you put an E at the end, the E is silent, doesn't say anything. So the E comes before the P, which is a consonant, and the O comes before the P, which is a vowel. So the E is silent, but hop becomes hope. How about the word not, N-O-T? If you add an E to the end, it's note. And the list goes on and on. There are lots of words like that. Most of the time, what I just said will apply, but there are times, like the word come, C-O-M-E. If the rule that I just gave you applied, it would be comb. But no, it's come, like come here, C-O-M-E. So there are lots and lots of exceptions to just about everything I tell you in all of these videos, but that's just one. Okay, so we've talked about the short sound and we've talked about the long sound. Now, if you put the word, excuse me, if you put the letter R after an O, it almost always says or. In fact, the word or is O-R. But if you have it in the middle of almost every word that I can think of, if you have O-R anywhere in a word in English, it says the sound or, like in orange, an orange that you eat, or the color orange, or for, like for you. The list goes on and on. It's almost always, and I can't think of a time when it's not always or. Okay. Now here's another tricky one. Remember, rule number one, English is a crazy language. The double O, O, it makes two sounds, oo or The sound is called the short double O. All right. And some of those examples would be book and look and took and hook. Okay, that's the short double O sound. But the long double O sound sounds like ooh, like in boot and shoot and school. There are many, many. Now, the default or the first one is going to be the long sound. So if it doesn't sound right with the long sound, it's because it's probably the short sound. I wish there was a rule that you could follow so you would know the difference on when to use a short double O or a long double O. But the best thing I can tell you is you need to learn as many of them as you can and practice them. So I hope that helps you understand the letter O, and I will see you in the next video. Have a good day.